Kidnapping a woman in Beaumont. Hear what one of them had to say to our 12 News crew while being arrested.
Plus, few details and lots of unanswered questions in a Beaumont shooting early Saturday morning. How witnesses say that it started and when we expect more details.
And an unprecedented weekend at the state capitol as a Texas GOP committee votes to censor 10 Republican state lawmakers while they stopped short of banning them entirely. 12 News Daybreak starts now. Following some breaking news this morning, Israeli hostages were received by the Israeli army today after being released by Palestinian militant group Hamas from Gaza under the first phase of a ceasefire agreement.
And before we get to a first look at your weather with meteorologist Jeff Gerber, breaking news out of Israel here. All 20 of the surviving hostages in Gaza have been released. A first group of 7 has returned to Israel, while 13 others are on their way back to Israel after being released in Gaza. Now, the remains of 28 other hostages are expected to be transferred today as part of the first phase of a peace deal between Israel and Hamas. Many of the hostages' loved ones burst into tears seeing them walking free. Now, Hamas has pledged to release the hostages by today in exchange for 250 prisoners serving life sentences and more than 1,700 Palestinians detained after the group's October 7th, 2023 terrorist attack on Israel. All right, we're going to have more on that, but first, here's a live look outside from our Roofing 911 Live Sky Cam Network. Jeff Gerber standing by in the Weather Impact Center. How's it looking out there today, Jeff?
Nice cool start this morning. We'll see a mix of 50s and lower 60s across southeast Texas. So out the door, some folks might want even a lightweight jacket, especially up towards Jasper and Kirbyville. We're at 57, showing 58 degrees in Beaumont. 60 right now in Orange, 64 in Port Arthur. Silsbee's at 60 and Woodville currently at about 62. We are looking at numbers today into the upper 80s, pretty close to 90 with mostly sunny skies and east winds at about 5 to 10. Looks like rain chances stay out of the forecast until we get close to the weekend. Then we'll see some low-end rain chances for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We'll check that out in our 7-day forecast coming up in weather.
All right, thank you, Jeff. Now we have the latest in the update in a case that 12 News has been covering since last week.
Yeah, bonds have been set for 2 of the suspects in a kidnapping that happened in Beaumont Friday. 12 News reporter Derek Jones has been on this story all morning. He's live from the police station downtown with the latest. Hey, Derek.
Hey, Mark and Tia, 2 men and a woman was arrested Friday at 4 a.m. after being caught on surveillance video with the victim. Police say this video shows 35-year-old Amanda Moore, also known as Amanda Gidros, being forcefully taken from her room at the Deluxe Inn on College Street. Detectives say Moore's family even received a ransom note. She and the suspects were found at a home on Dickinson Street, and Moore was taken to the hospital. Here are the 3 suspects involved: 37-year-old William Gardner, 43-year-old DeMarcus Brown, and 29-year-old Kendra Petrie. All 3 were arrested and are charged with aggravated kidnapping. $1 million bonds have been set for Petrie and Gardner. So far, no bond has been set for Brown. Gardner had this to say when our 12 News cameras were rolling.
Innocent, I'm framed.
Is that you in the video that we saw?
Yeah, she was involved in it too. She wanted, she asked, man, she did that, man.
What did she do, sir?
Man, what you mean? She was in on it.
A serious claim right there that the victim was part of the kidnapping scheme, a claim we are working to get a response to from police. Other questions we're still trying to get answers to right now is why Amanda Moore was a target of this kidnapping and why this kidnapping happened in the first place. At Beaumont PD Station, Derek Jones, 12 News.
All right, thank you, Derek. Also in Beaumont, we're working to learn more about a weekend shooting.
Yeah, this one happened Saturday morning, now in the 3000 block of Concord Road. And our 12 News crew at the scene telling us that workers at the End Zone Sports Lounge witnessed this fight. It was across the street in a vacant lot. One person was shot and taken to the hospital. We have reached out to Beaumont Police. They haven't released any information yet, but they say to expect to sometime later today. And today, a South Texas man facing intoxication manslaughter charges. He should find out his sentence.
He's being charged after 2 young women in their 20s died in a mid-county crash in 2024. 51-year-old Salvador Gomez of Brownsville was driving his pickup on Highway 69 into the Jefferson County Jail when he hit a Toyota head-on, according to DPS. 20-year-old Camille Marty from Arkansas was driving, and 25-year-old Lauren Stacks from Beaumont was in the passenger seat. They were both killed. Gomez told police he had drank 6 12-ounce beers before the crash.
Yeah.
Well, a road rage incident here
on the streets of Houston had a man fearing for his life over the weekend.
Yeah, Connor Gibbs says that he was on his way home from a day of drinking. He was on his way home after another started chasing him. Now, he says that a man in an SUV came to a stop in the middle of moving traffic and began following him on I-45 South. Gibbs managed to escape to a gas station where he called police. The suspect, 19-year-old Julio Camarena, was arrested a short time later. Now, court documents show that just 3 months ago, Camarena pleaded guilty to felony aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Gibbs says that he thought he was going to die.
He's then speeding alongside me. I then notice that he's coming up next to me. I slam the brakes and I have to hit the ditch.
Prosecutors say on Christmas Eve of last year, Camarena fired 5 shots at another driver when he wouldn't let Camarena get in front of him. For now, he is only being charged with misdemeanor reckless driving and is out on bond this morning. And it was an unprecedented weekend at the state capitol. The Texas GOP Executive Committee voted to censure 10 Republican state lawmakers for either not being conservative enough or breaking party rules.
Now we're learning more about why they stopped short of banning those lawmakers from running in the Republican primary. Daniel Perrault with our sister station in Austin explains.
A first-of-its-kind tribunal for Texas Republican lawmakers accused of trying to thwart GOP priorities during the legislative session.
We don't negate the wrong actions that they have taken simply because they have taken some good ones.
The Texas GOP Executive Committee voting to censure 5 lawmakers, including former House Speaker Dade Phelan and State Representatives Stan Lambert, Angelia Orr, Jared Patterson, and Gary Van Dever. Lambert and Phelan are both not seeking re-election.
Jared Patterson basically is the poster child for censure.
Censures against 5 other lawmakers, including Texas House Speaker Dustin Burrows, failed.
This is fundamentally not fair. Violates due process and the Constitution, every other legal principle I can possibly think of.
Party leaders imploring the board to be judicious.
The point of censure is not an annual award or a legislative term award.
The censures reprimand Republican lawmakers for going against the GOP's legislative priorities or principles outlined in the party's platform, like voting for Dustin Burrows to be House Speaker over caucus nominee David Cook and advancing the House rules package.
You created this, it caused a whole other set of cascading chaos in our party.
The board rejecting an attempt to bar the censured lawmakers from running in a Republican primary election for the next 2 years.
Anybody that wants to vote for this penalty, I'm going to put a box at the back of the room, and I want you to put your check for $35,000 in that box so that you can pay for it.
Critics say the infractions don't merit a drastic punishment like denying ballot access, and doing so runs afoul of democratic norms.
We need to not take it off the table every time we come around to one of these censure votes. Pick one you like and support it.
During the meeting, Texas Republican Party Chair Abraham George warned the White House was watching Saturday's votes.
You're going to have to raise the money after the Trump White House tells their Texas donors to shut off RPT, because that's what's going to happen.
Saturday's votes a de-escalation after the intra-party fighting reached a fever pitch.
That was KVU's Daniel Perrault reporting. Texas Republicans are expected to discuss updating and clarifying the ballot ban rule at the next party convention. That'll be in Houston next June.
Well, Governor Abbott made a speech over the weekend after designating October as Fentanyl Poisoning Awareness Month in Texas. It is meant to raise awareness and educate Texans about the dangers of the synthetic opioid. The annual Fentanyl Awareness Walk was held in San Antonio yesterday. The governor highlighted a sharp drop in fentanyl deaths across the state and thanked the mothers who lost children to the drug for pushing for tougher laws.
And these angel moms, they could have been crushed and they could have been hiding in a room, but these angel moms said no, they are not going to allow their lives to be defined by the tragedy that befell their families. Instead, they were going to respond in ways that changes the future of Texas and make Texas a better state.
In 2023, state lawmakers expanded the laws to allow murder charges for fentanyl dealers who provide others with deadly doses.
Starting today, Texas students can apply to in-state colleges and universities without paying an application fee. This lasts through Friday and is part of an effort to make college more accessible by removing one financial barrier. Applications for public universities across the state can cost between $50 and $75, and those costs can add up quick if you're applying to several schools. State lawmakers wanted to change that, signing Senate Bill 2231 into law earlier this year. The Texas Higher Education Coordinating Board also created the website mytexasfuture.org to streamline the application process, and its tools are applicable to more than just high school seniors.
But it's also a path that we've chosen for 6th grade on to be able to log in and map their progress, see what they're interested in. They can go on and see what jobs they would like to do in the future, and that will help them pick what college they'd like to do.
Free application week happens every year during the second week of October. It doesn't apply to private universities, and only Texas students are eligible, but there's no limit on how many applications you can submit for free.
Well, here at home, we are looking ahead to this Thursday when the city of Beaumont is set to host an open house about the big $264 million bond proposal that's going to be on the ballot in November. Anyone who wants to learn more can attend. It'll be at the Event Center downtown, and it will start with a Q&A panel at 6 p.m. The city's online open house lasts through Sunday the 19th, and early voting begins Monday, October 20th. All right, coming up next here on Daybreak on 12 News Plus, the NTSB is investigating back-to-back aviation emergencies. The latest on these incidents and how the agencies are working to find answers. And still ahead here on Daybreak, a stowaway cat hitching a ride and new Crocs inspired by T-Pain. Your trending news is coming up. Your time is now 7:11.
We begin with breaking news in Port Neches.
Firefighters continue attacking the flames from the air.
We're working to learn more about a police chase.
We'll give you a live look at the scene tonight. Our crew there.
A chase in Port Neches turned into a standoff.
So we're working to get you more information.
We're going to keep you updated on air and online as we learn more.
Stream extended coverage on 12 News Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
I wouldn't say that I was like a partier, but I would say that I was a social butterfly. So we would just always drink. That night, I went through a red light and I T-boned another vehicle. And I just remember thinking like, oh no. Right after the DWI, I lost my license and I did 30 days in jail. I could have killed him because I decided to be reckless. I have a ton of regrets. I'm Katie. 5 years ago, I got a DWI, and I'm still paying for it every day.
As tropical activity picks up in the Gulf, 12 News is your hurricane headquarters. Get prepared before a storm hits. Watch the 12 News Hurricane Special, streaming on 12 News Plus. From the must-haves in your supply kit to the evacuation routes you'll need to take, plus safety tips and how you can protect yourself from storm scammers. The 12 News Hurricane Special, keeping you prepared. Sponsored by Entergy. We power life.
As Texans, we have many reasons to be proud of the Lone Star State. Showing our pride by saying, "Don't mess with Texas," means we gotta step up, walk the walk. Do our part to keep Texas clean. Because after all these years, all these miles, all these traditions, for all us Texans, don't mess with Texas means don't litter.
I'm Chief Meteorologist Patrick Vaughn here with one of the most important hurricane tips, having an evacuation plan. First, gather food, water, and medicine before storing it in an emergency kit. Plan well in advance where you're going, how you'll get there, and if you'll need to transport any pets, small children, or the elderly. For more hurricane tips, go to 12newsnow.com/hurricane.
Sponsored by Entergy. We power life.
And across the nation now, the NTSB investigating back-to-back aviation emergencies. First, a helicopter crash in California, then a deadly plane crash in Texas. ABC News' Stephanie Ramos has more.
Terrifying moments in North Texas.
Don't have any active patients that we can find. We're still assessing the scene.
A fiery scene outside Fort Worth, a small plane slamming into several semi-trucks in this parking lot, not far from the airport. The crash sparking a massive fire, thick black smoke visible for miles. The destruction so severe, first responders at first could not tell what caused the explosion.
We've got several 18-wheelers on fire and a trailer on fire. I don't know if there is an aircraft.
Officials overnight saying they don't know much about the crash at this point. Even the plane's planned flight path was not immediately clear. This as we learn more about what happened in that stunning helicopter crash in Southern California.
Oh my God, oh my God.
A chopper hovering just feet above this Huntington Beach hotspot when suddenly it spirals out of control.
I heard like a ping and something like some kind of mechanical part. You could see it fall off.
Witnesses say a piece of the tail rotor appeared to snap off, causing the chopper to spin wildly in the air before slamming into a pedestrian bridge. Good Samaritans rushing to help those trapped.
Clear skies and kind of cool temperatures out there this morning. We're seeing some lower 60s and some upper 50s. And you can see the clear skies from our Lake Charles camera, part of the Roofing 911 Live Skycam network, as we look at some of the waterways over there in southwest Louisiana. Temperature-wise, we're anywhere from 57 in Jasper, Kirbyville to 58 in Beaumont, then right at 60 in Silsbee and Orange. Both those locations have dipped down into the 50s for a little bit this morning. 62 in Woodville, and Port Arthur's been staying that above the 60-degree mark. They're at 64 right now. A lot of activity as far as scattered showers out in parts of West Texas, up towards the Texas Panhandle. You see that cold front through the Panhandle. That's sparking off some of that wet weather for them. Unfortunately, it's not headed in our direction. Should stay out towards our west. Today we should see mostly sunny skies here in southeast Texas, east Texas, coastal Texas also going to be a quiet day. As we look at our futurecast, we'll see numbers into the middle 70s at mid-morning, lunchtime 80s, and then we go up to the upper 80s for this afternoon. 87 to about 89 today. I don't think we're going to hit 90, but we'll be kind of close in some spots. Just lots of sunshine, east winds, and we'll see temperatures dropping through the 70s this evening. Eventually, we land up right back down into the 60s tomorrow morning. We could see some upper 50s sprinkled in as well. So tomorrow morning, kind of like this morning. As we look at our forecast for today, mostly sunny, east winds at 5 to 10. No rain expected, of course, and we'll see those numbers into the upper 80s. As we go towards tonight, we'll see generally lower 60s, but we'll see a few upper 50s, kind of like what we're seeing this morning. Clear skies, light and variable winds, really no problems overnight going in towards Tuesday morning. As we check our 7-day forecast, more of the same through Thursday. We start off each morning in the lower 60s. We end up each afternoon in the upper 80s. And we might see a few clouds, but nothing to bring any rain to southeast Texas. Now, as we get towards the weekend, we do see rain chances, but these are very minimal rain chances. We'll go 20% Friday and Saturday with a couple weak disturbances kicking up some clouds and maybe a few light showers here and there. Temperatures holding into the upper 80s. Notice morning lows at least will be into the upper 60s and lower 70s, so a little bit of a change there. And then probably our best bet for some wet weather is going to be on, looks like Sunday. Sunday we have a cold front coming through. Nothing to write home about as far as this cold front. It's not going to be really knocking our temperatures down a lot, but it will kick up hopefully a couple of showers as we head towards Sunday afternoon into Sunday evening. Much needed rainfall. We're well behind right now, over 8 inches behind, officially out of Jack Brooks Regional Airport. So if we could catch up a little bit, that would be awesome.
Maybe hard to say, but probably not going to do anything to knock off those burn bans. If
No, right now Tyler County and Newton County under the burn ban. Nobody else has those burn bans, but you really need to be. If you can't, you don't need to be burning outside. This is not the time to do it. It's just so dry.
Right.
So Jeff, the kind of cold fronts or the lower temps we're receiving, that has nothing to do with those rain chances. That's just finally some fall weather coming our way.
Well, the cold front will, like I said, kick up a couple of showers, and behind those showers will be the cooler air.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right.
So smart.
That's why we got them. Thank you, Jeff. And just a reminder, you can download our app at any time to get the latest on the weather. You can check the radar by going to the radar tab in the app. Your time's now 6:19. Time for some trending news. Well, a Pennsylvania family still shocked and counting their blessings after a stowaway incident.
Yeah, the DiNardos packed up their van for a family trip and got on the highway, not realizing one of their pets had no intention of being left behind.
My husband gets out of the car, obviously, to pump the gas, and is like, oh, the cat is on the roof.
only a cat would do something like this. That's Ray Ray, and he said, "You ain't leaving without me." Mom says they were going 70 miles an hour on the highway for 2 hours before they stopped for gas and found him. He survived 100 miles of wind, bumps in traffic, clinging to the roof. After a pit stop at a pet store, Ray Ray ended up tagging along with the family for the entire vacation. I bet he enjoyed himself, too.
I bet he did.
All right, happy hour in Florida just got a little weird.
Yeah, but police, they had to step in after an unexpected guest tried to crash the party at Hudson's on the River. That's the name of the place. And it wasn't a rowdy tourist. It was a 4-foot alligator. He was underage, apparently. Police, they responded and in true Florida fashion took the scaly suspect into custody with no injuries to humans or gators. Hudson posted a pic saying, "Gator on the rocks, cops on the chaser." The gator was safely relocated to a more suitable venue. Come back with a valid ID, buddy.
And of course there's a gator at a bar in Florida.
Of course there
What
is.
other animal?
Probably good conversation.
Uh-huh.
All right, well, singer T-Pain collaborating with Crocs to bring one of the most famous lyrics to life.
If you haven't guessed what we're talking about, it's them boots with the fur. That's how you sing it, Mark. The unforgettable leopard knee high boot is Crocs' tallest silhouette to date, made with vegan leopard print fur and topped off with charms or gibbets and chains. It's all part of the company's month-long Croctober celebration. According to its website, the boots drop October 23rd or Crocs Day for just under $160. It doesn't get that cold in here for all that.
No, probably
You know.
not. But, you know, that's not a bad price for some good old boots. You know?
Oh, well, you going to get you some.
Just saying, if you're going to some snowy area or something like that, keep you warm.
All right, for sure. All right, your time 7:21. Jeff will be back with another look at your forecast.
This is a tornado on the ground.
And the roads are slippery.
We have a tropical storm warning.
Look at this water.
Street flooding in Beaumont.
It is going to get extremely cold.
The metal building blew away from a business.
Staying safe behind the wheel is imperative.
Find a safe spot, move to an interior room.
Just make sure you're staying safe.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stream extended coverage on 12 News Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
The STEM fields are providing opportunity to be part of the developments that will shape the future, and the Army National Guard is at the forefront of the movement. Soldiers can serve part-time and choose from dozens of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics jobs, working with cutting-edge technology and innovations. And the skills and experience they receive can open doors for them to civilian careers in the STEM world. Join a team that is taking the lead in STEM by talking to a local recruiter or by going to nationalguard.com/careers.
409 Sports. To us, it's about so much more than a highlight, wins or losses.
It's the heart that makes up the game, the triumph of the human spirit.
It's agony and victory, diehards and day ones. It can divide or unify a community.
We give you the stats, but then we inspire you with the stories. The unpredictable, unforgettable, and incomparable.
We bring it to you all because sports lives in the 409.
No matter where we start, every mile brings us closer. And as Texans, we take care of each other along the way. We lend a hand, slow down, and take our time. At the end of the day, we all want to get home safe. Drive like a Texan, kind, courteous, and safe.
I'm meteorologist Kerry Cooper here with another hurricane tip. Stay connected. Sign up for free emergency alerts from your local county and plan on to monitor the latest local weather and news at 12newsnow.com. Being aware of any new information will be invaluable. And finally, know the types of alerts you may receive. A watch means be prepared, while a warning means act. For more hurricane tips, go to 12newsnow.com/hurricane.
Sponsored by Entergy. We power life.
And it's a warning parents get every year around Halloween. Check your kids' trick-or-treat bag for dangerous items or even contaminated candy. Families, they've received these warnings for decades
Yeah,
now.
and The rumors even became so popular from 1982 to 2012 that National Confectioners Association ran a hotline for police and poison control centers to report contaminated candy. Now, the NCA says it no longer tracks those reports. In a statement, it says they agree anecdotally that these are typically isolated, rare false reports and/or hoaxes. A few police departments across the country have dealt with rumors of razor blades or marijuana candy being given to kids, but all were either debunked as hoaxes or completely unrelated to Halloween.
Now, according to the National Safety Council, the biggest treat or threat to kids on Halloween isn't the candy, but the cars. Data shows that kids are more than twice as likely to be hit or killed on Halloween than any other day of the year. Now, experts say that it's always safer to trick or treat before dark and buy a bright reflective costume to keep your little one visible after sunset, as well as a flashlight or glow stick.
Unfortunately, Halloween also usually sees more drunk drivers, so make sure to stay aware and sober, especially in residential areas. Halloween falls on a Friday this year, and the most popular trick-or-treating hours are 5:30 to 9:30, so you could spot some ghouls and ghosts on your way home from work.
7:25 now on this Monday morning. Your bus stop forecast pretty mild this morning. Temperatures in the lower 60s, few upper 50s out there. Warm and dry, 82 at recess, and then close to 90 on the way home. Warm and dry there with mostly sunny skies. Along the coast, mostly smooth conditions on the inland lakes and bays. A little bit of a southeasterly wind at 5 to 10 knots along the coast. Seas only about a foot for today. No high tides at all for today. Only one low tide. That's about 3:12 for this afternoon. You can see right now at Texas Point, east to southeasterly winds at 9 to 12. Water temperature at 84. Sunrise just past it, 7:17. Our sun sets at 6:47.
All right, Jeff, coming up here on 12 News Daybreak, bond amounts have been set for two of the suspects allegedly involved in a kidnapping of a woman in Beaumont. Hear what one of them had to say to our 12 News crew while being arrested.
Plus, President Trump lands in the Middle East overnight as he prepares to speak, or he did speak, to the Israel government today.
And a helpline bringing smiles to people across the nation as senior citizens offer sage advice.
It's 7:26. Taking a live look at Beaumont this morning. We'll be back with more news and weather in just a few minutes.
Good morning, Southeast Texas. Thanks for joining us here on 12 News Daybreak. I'm Mark Armstrong.
And I'm Tia Johnson. Your time now is 7:30. Let's take a look at your top stories this morning. Sheriff's deputies in Calcasieu Parish say they found a woman shot to death in a ditch Friday morning in Westlake. They're told 62-year-old LaWanna Lewis was working as a Lyft driver. Her car was reported missing and was later found in Houston, where Tristan and Ethan Bush took off running. 23-year-old Ethan was hit and killed by a vehicle. 26-year-old Tristan was arrested. He's being held on a $2.5 million bond, charged with second-degree murder.
A police chase that started in Baytown ended in tragedy Friday night around 8 p.m. Baytown officers, they were chasing a suspect who was speeding on Highway 146. Moments after, Chambers County deputies joined in. That driver losing control and crashed into another vehicle. The suspect dying at the scene. The man and woman in the car that he crashed into, they were hurt and are expected to recover.
The Jasper County Sheriff's Office needs your help. Deputies are searching for a vehicle connected to an arson case in North Jasper County. Investigators say a brush fire on County Road 140 was set intentionally. Surveillance footage shows a black late model Chevy 4-door pickup near the scene just before the fire broke out. If you recognize the truck, contact the Jasper County Sheriff's Office or Crime Stoppers. All right, it's 7:31. You know what that means. It's time to check in with meteorologist Jeff Gerber. We looking at Lake Charles right now, but now we're gonna look at Jeff. You like that one?
I think more people would like to look at Lake Charles, but anyway, here's a look at temperatures out there right now, and we're in the upper 50s and lower 60s, so it's a little bit of a cool morning. You might want to opt for a lightweight jacket if you're susceptible to some cooler temperatures. 58 right now in Beaumont, as well as Kirbyville, 57 in Jasper, right at 60 in Silsbee and Orange, 64 in Port Arthur, and we're at 62 right now in Woodville. Take a look over towards Lake Charles. You can see clear skies there. We have clear skies southwest Louisiana and southeast Texas. Matter of fact, here we go. Jasper, you can see the clear skies over the Jasper County Courthouse this morning. This camera brought to you by Pervalis, part of the Roofy 911 Live Skycam network. Our day planner takes us to around 70 at 9 a.m. We'll get into the middle 80s at noon and then up from there to the upper 80s for the afternoon. We'll go with just partly cloudy skies to mostly sunny skies today, and we'll have a little bit of an east wind between about 5 and 10 miles per hour. We're going to see this type of weather through Thursday, and then as we head towards your weekend, we'll see a couple of showers possible, but not much. Maybe a 20-30% chance of some showers as we head towards Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We'll show you that coming up in our 7-day forecast.
All right, thank you, Jeff.
We have the latest update in a case 12 News has been covering since last week.
Yeah, bonds, they have been set for 2 of the suspects in a kidnapping that happened in Beaumont Friday. 12 News reporter Derek Jones, he is live from the police station downtown with the latest. Derek?
Marketia, 2 men and a woman have been charged with aggravated kidnapping, and they were caught on surveillance video. And Amanda Moore was the victim of that kidnapping. Police say this video shows her being forcefully taken from her room at the Deluxe Inn on College Street. Detectives say Moore's family even received a ransom note. She and the suspects were found at a home on Dickinson Street, and Moore was taken to the hospital. Here are the 3 suspects involved: 37-year-old William Gardner, 43-year-old DeMarcus Brown, and 29-year-old Kendra Petrie. All 3 were arrested and charged with aggravated kidnapping. $1 million bonds have been set for Petrie and Gardner. So far, no bond has been set for Brown. Gardner had this to say when our 12 News cameras were rolling.
Innocent, I'm framed.
Is that you in the video that we saw?
Yeah, she was involved in it too. She wanted, she asked, man, she did that, man.
What did she do, sir?
Man, what you mean? She told, she was in on it.
A serious claim right there that the victim was part of the kidnapping scheme, a claim we are working to get a response to from police. Other questions we're still trying to get answers to at this moment from police is why Amanda Moore was a target of this kidnapping and why this kidnapping happened in the first place. At Beaumont PD, Derek Jones, 12 News.
All right, Derek, and we are also working to learn more about a weekend shooting in Beaumont.
It happened around 3 Saturday morning in the 3000 block of Concord Road. Our 12 News crews at the scene tell us workers at the End Zone Sports Lounge witnessed a fight across the street in a vacant parking lot. One person was shot and taken to the hospital. We have reached out to Beaumont Police. Police haven't released any information yet, but say they expect to sometime later today. Also today, a South Texas man facing intoxication manslaughter charges should find out his sentence.
Yeah, he's being charged after two young women in their 20s. They had a crash in Mid-County last year. Now 51-year-old Salvador Gomez of Brownsville, he was driving his pickup on Highway 69 near the Jefferson County Jail when he hit a Toyota head-on, according to DPS. 20-year-old Camille Marty from Arkansas was driving, and 25-year-old Lawrence Stacks from Beaumont was in the passenger seat. They were both killed. Now, Gomez told police that he had drank 6 12-ounce beers before the crash.
7:35 now across the nation. 16 people are believed to have died in a powerful blast at a plant in McEwen, Tennessee Friday. It happened at the Accurate Energetic Systems facility. Officials are still going through the recovery process and looking for answers as to what may have caused the tragedy. Governor Bill Lee said Sunday it could take months to determine the cause. He says the blast could be felt from at least 20 and 30 miles away.
All right, we got some good news here out of the Middle East this morning. According to the Associated Press, Hamas has released all 20 remaining living hostages held in Gaza. And it comes as Israel also has begun releasing hundreds of Palestinian prisoners. It is part of a ceasefire pausing 2 years of war, and it comes as President Trump has landed in the Middle East overnight. He has been speaking with Israel's government today, and ABC's Nicole D'Antonio has more.
This morning, President Trump landing in Israel to meet with hostage families and address Israel's government before traveling to Egypt for a world summit on ending the war in Gaza.
The war is over. The war is over.
Today, Trump is expected to meet with the Egyptian president and more than 20 other countries with the goal of agreeing to a peace plan moving forward.
I think it's going to hold. I think people are a lot of reasons why it's going to hold, but I think people are tired of it. It's been centuries, okay? Not just recent, it's been centuries.
Among the topics discussed includes how Hamas will disarm and who will be responsible for rebuilding, securing, and governing Gaza. Israel has said it will not agree to end the war until Hamas disarms. It comes as celebrations erupted in Tel Aviv in what has become known as Hostages Square. Families in tears as the families of hostages anxiously awaited their loved ones. One mother of an Israeli hostage became emotional on her way to a meeting point to see her son after more than 2 years.
I'm so excited. I'm full of happiness, and it's hard to imagine how I feel this moment.
As part of this first phase of the ceasefire agreement between Israel and Hamas, 20 hostages believed to be alive are expected to be released today. The remains of 28 hostages who died in captivity are also expected to be returned. In exchange, Israel says it will release nearly 2,000 Palestinian prisoners. The Red Cross now in the northern Gaza Strip, where hostages are being transferred into their custody. Israel and Hamas will reportedly not be a part of today's summit, leading many to question the effectiveness of any agreement that doesn't include them. Nicole D'Antonio, ABC News, Washington.
Back here, as the government shutdown enters its third week, DC's popular tourist attractions are shutting its doors. The Smithsonian Institute posted on its website as of Sunday it's temporarily closing its 19 museums, research centers, and the National Zoo. The facilities were able to stay open using budget funds from previous years. 7:39 right now. There are lots of helplessness you can call if you need help in an emergency, but now there's one you can call even if it's not an emergency, just to get some advice.
Yeah, that's right. Sometimes you may just need to hear from someone a little older and wiser. So a group of folks aged 58 to 97, they started a helpline that can call for advice anytime. ABC's Danny New, he explains.
Hello, operator. Give me the number for 911.
If you need a little help, but it's not an emergency, you could call the residents at a care home in Winnipeg.
It's good to listen to people who are older than you. It really is.
About a month ago, Misericordia Place launched what they call their Life Advice line.
Press 0 for Cheryl's advice on being true to yourself,
where you can call in and receive free, experienced perspectives from residents like Cheryl here.
It's very important to live according to what you believe, because it's you who has to live with yourself later.
The initiative came as an extension of their art program, led by their artists in residence, Francesca, Natalie, and Toby.
When we are making art with people, they're telling us incredible stories, and we're meeting amazing people.
Live according to what you believe.
So they started going around and interviewing many of the residents from ages 58 to 97. For example, here's the advice from the 97-year-old, who shall remain nameless.
Brush your teeth and listen to your mother. You got it?
And here's Susan's advice on dating.
Follow your interests and they'll lead you to the one you love. Love will come to everybody. Surely it does, doesn't it?
And then there's Maurice, who kept drawing incredibly detailed sketches of wild animals in his hunting cabin in art class. So if you dial 6, you get moose hunting advice, such as how to make your own moose call.
I call moose, I'll give you an example.
So far, the artists tell me they have received thousands of calls and are even getting some play from at least one local radio station. But how does Cheryl feel about all this?
Like, you need to feel like you matter. So this program lets you feel like you do, and your feelings are current. And that's really nice.
So I'm not sure what your international phone plate is, but if you call 1-204-788-8060, you can hear the rest of these timeless pieces of advice. In New York for ABC News, I'm Danny New.
Up next on Daybreak, dangerous weather is hitting parts of the U.S. today. The latest updates on some extreme conditions. Plus, the Texas Renaissance Festival kicks off in Todd Mission. Your time, 7:41.
When industry news breaks, we're on the front lines, digging into the issue.
Lamar is working to protect Power City from hackers,
Filtering out rumors and giving you the facts direct from inside sources.
ExxonMobil and lawyers for the United Steelworkers.
Taking on the story from all sides.
The company filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection last year.
Southeast Texas is a power city, and we're bringing the power to you. 12 News, putting Southeast Texas first.
As Texans, we have many reasons to be proud of the Lone Star State. Showing our pride by saying, don't mess with Texas, means we gotta step up, walk the walk. Do our part to keep Texas clean. Because after all these years, all these miles, all these traditions, for all us Texans, don't mess with Texas means don't litter.
It's hard to really come to terms with dementia. There are little things that you can't even begin to plan for that happen that you need the early diagnosis for. My mom has done so much for me. There's no way that I wouldn't do the same for her. It's so important to have the conversation with your doctor earlier because you just do not know what the future holds.
We begin with breaking news in Port Neches.
Firefighters continue attacking the flames from the air.
We're working to learn more about a police chase.
We'll give you a live look at the scene tonight. Our crew there.
A chase in Port Neches turned into a standoff.
So we're working to get you more information.
We're going to keep you updated on air and online as we learn more.
Stream extended coverage on 12 News Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
I'm meteorologist Kerry Cooper here with another hurricane tip, evacuating correctly. If local authorities advise you to evacuate, do so immediately and without delay. Bring your emergency kit and be sure to follow evacuation routes. Do not try to take shortcuts because they may be blocked. Also remember to eat and get enough sleep for you to deal with whatever stress that may come your way. For more hurricane tips, go to 12newsnow.com/hurricane.
Sponsored by Entergy. We power life.
Welcome back. This morning, dry weather is starting to become a bit of a concern. According to the Texas A&M Forest Service, burn bans have been issued across several Texas counties, including Chambers, Liberty, Newton, and Tyler counties. The Atascocita Fire Department spoke to our sister station about the challenges they face when battling what it calls outside fires. These include brush and grass fires, especially those that may ignite outside a particular fire department's jurisdiction or in unincorporated areas.
They're very resource heavy, and they'll require 3-4 apparatuses on scene, which takes away from other calls that we need to be responding into our own district. That means our mutual aid will have to come in and assist us with our own calls whenever we're resource heavy like that.
To protect your home, make sure you trim overgrown vegetation that connects to your house. Officials say even a small ember can start a big fire. Some regions of the U.S. are coping with dangerous weather today. Parts of the Southwest are flooded from the aftermath of tropical moisture. And the California Sierras are dealing with heavy snow from a Pacific system. Amy Kiley has more.
Powerful and dangerous nor'easter is slamming Atlantic states today. It's a cyclonic storm with northeast winds that push water toward the coast.
The tidal flooding is the main concern.
Authorities report numerous water rescues in the Carolinas yesterday. Today, forecasters say mid-Atlantic and New England coastlines are in danger. The National Weather Service says flood risks in some areas will remain for days.
I wanted to see how high the water was, and it's higher than I expected already.
Delaware says it's activating its National Guard. Atlantic City, New Jersey could see the highest water levels since Hurricane Sandy. The area is more secure than it was during that infamous storm, thanks to millions of dollars of improvements.
Nowadays, it's everybody's preparing for the worst and kind of hoping for the best, which is, I guess, really the best way to prepare for it.
The nor'easter is causing numerous travel issues. FlightAware reports more than 7,000 flight delays yesterday. It says airports in New York and Boston were hardest hit. The nor'easter also is bringing powerful winds. Meteorologists say they topped 50 miles per hour yesterday in parts of Delaware, North Carolina, New Jersey, Maryland, and Virginia.
There are some big gusts coming through, so just the chance for some isolated power outages as well.
After seeing that report, you're kind of happy to see what we have outside right now. We have quiet conditions for us here in southeast Texas. Here's the view from Packer the Prairie as we look downtown. And then we change over to our 12 News studio here. Mid-County Plumbing brings you this camera on our Roofing 911 Live Skycam network. And both views you can see clear skies out there this morning. Temperatures are pretty nice, a little bit on the cool side in some spots. 57 in Beaumont and Jasper, 58 right now in Kirbyville, then showing 60 in Silsbee and Orange, 64 in Port Arthur, and Woodville 62. Some areas maybe towards, say, north end of Jasper, Newton County, southern end of Toledo Bend, you might need a jacket out there for this morning. While we're high and dry here in southeast Texas, look at the rain falling out in west Texas. Not heavy rain, but some moderate to light rain kind of scattered throughout parts of west Texas. Cold front out there bringing them some scattered showers, so good news for them. We wish we can get in on some of that rain, but it's not in the cards, at least the first half of the week. Towards the weekend, we do have some rain chances. I'll show you that in a 7-day. Our futurecast takes us from the 60s to the 70s by mid-morning, and then we jump to the 80s by lunchtime. And highs today, I think, will be a little warmer than we're showing here. I'm expecting highs around 87 to about 89, so a little warmer than we have here. And then as we go towards this evening, 70s, and then eventually we'll drop back down into the 60s going into, looks like, your Tuesday morning, and maybe a few 50s thrown in as well. So I expect tomorrow morning to be a lot like this morning. So we'll go mostly sunny for this afternoon. East winds at 5 to 10, and temperatures there into the upper 80s. For tonight, we'll go clear skies throughout the area, light and variable winds, and there's those mix of 60s and 50s going into Tuesday morning. Coolest weather, of course, going to be found up towards the lakes. Our 7-day forecast shows pretty much the same type of weather through Thursday. Each afternoon will be in the upper 80s. Each morning will be into the lower 60s, so not a lot of change there through Thursday. Now here comes those rain chances. Friday into Saturday, 20% chance of a couple of showers. Not a whole lot there, but at least there'll be a chance for some rain. And then as we head towards Sunday, we have a cold front coming through. Now this is not going to be a powerhouse cold front by any stretch of the imagination, but it will be enough to kick up maybe about a 30% coverage of some showers there Thursday afternoon, Thursday evening. Hopefully some folks, at least a few people, will get some measurable rainfall out of this cold front coming through over the weekend.
Definitely a time that you got to take advantage of those cool mornings as much as you can just get out the house and enjoy it.
Yeah, walking the dog, just out on the porch, drinking a cup of coffee. Nice mornings for that.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yep. All right, thank you, Jeff. And just a reminder, you can download our app at any time to get the latest on the weather. You can check the radar by going to the radar tab in the app. Well, the Texas Renaissance Festival is officially in full swing. The annual event taking place in Todd Mission, just northwest of Houston. It seems that organizers had a successful opening weekend, which kicked off on Saturday. And over the next month, more than 500,000 visitors, they are expected there at the fairgrounds.
So if you're planning to go, there's a lot in store this year. Romana, with our sister station in Houston, has the scoop.
Huzzah! The 51st annual Texas Renaissance Festival has begun. From iconic night fights to musical performances throughout the fairgrounds, there's something for everyone. That includes this Houston couple who come every year.
I mean, it's just a nice, authentic place where people can be social and just kind of feel comfortable. It's really nice.
There are more than 400 shops selling tasty treats, trinkets, and treasures, and plenty of rides and activities. The 55-acre fairgrounds in Todd Mission transformed into a 16th century village.
I love how everybody has their own kind of shop and their own spin on things, and a lot of people come in their own homemade costumes.
You want to go? The colorful cast of characters getting everyone into the spirit.
Can you describe what you're wearing now?
I am a dragon slayer.
Have you slayed any dragons today?
Yes.
There are some new performers this year, but what's the same are the huge crowds expected over the next 8 weekends.
We're expecting about 550,000 guests for this 2025 season.
Marketing Director Tyler Moyer encouraging festival goers to come early to beat the traffic and to plan ahead.
What would you recommend folks do before they head here in terms of getting ready for parking?
Well, I would look online at texrenfest.com, try to get a preferred or a valet parking where you can get in. Our general parking is also free, but it can get pretty fast, full up fast.
This is also the first Texas RenFest since the death of founder George Coulomb. While a legal battle unfolds over new ownership, regulars want Coulomb's legacy to be honored.
I hope for the most part, the inside of the park kind of stays the same. It's kind of where the heart is, and it kind of lives on in memory.
That was Orko Manna reporting from Todd Mission. The festival will continue on weekends through November 30th. For more details on this year's event, visit texrenfest.com.
Well, Daybreak is giving away one lucky winner a chance to win 4 tickets to see a thrilling display of music and acrobatics on October 25th at the Julie Rogers Theater in downtown Beaumont. The event, or to enter, I should say, go to 12newsnow.com/contest. You're going to have until 6:30 a.m. on October 17th, and then we're going to announce the winner at the end of that hour, and we will mail you those tickets, so good luck and be sure to enter. And with 12 News Daybreak returns here on our streaming app, 12 News Plus, we're going to have more news and weather in your morning rush out. Your time now, 7:52.
As tropical activity picks up in the Gulf, 12 News is your hurricane headquarters. Get prepared before a storm hits. Watch the 12 News Hurricane Special, streaming on 12 News Plus. From the must-haves in your supply kit to the evacuation routes you'll need to take, plus safety tips and how you can protect yourself from storm scammers. The 12 News Hurricane Special, keeping you prepared. Sponsored by Entergy. We power life.
No matter where we start, every mile brings us closer. And as Texans, we take care of each other along the way. We lend a hand, slow down, and take our time. At the end of the day, we all want to get home safe. Drive like a Texan. Kind, courteous, and safe.
The impact killed my dad and brother instantly. A man, after drinking excessively with his coworkers, ran a stop sign, T-boned my parents' Honda, and destroyed our family. He could have just said, hey, I'm not okay. There's Lyft, there's Uber, there's taxis. There's so many other options. Every day, someone else can be taken away.
The STEM fields are providing opportunity to be part of the developments that will shape the future, and the Army National Guard is at the forefront of the movement. Soldiers can serve part-time and choose from dozens of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics jobs, working with cutting-edge technology and innovations. And the skills and experience they receive can open doors for them to civilian careers in the STEM world. Join a team that is taking the lead in STEM by talking to a local recruiter or by going to nationalguard.com/careers.
I'm Chief Meteorologist Patrick Vaughn, here with some hurricane tips for protecting yourself against flooding. Take shelter in a designated storm shelter or an interior room and stay away from glass windows of doors. And if flooding begins, move to higher ground immediately. Never walk, swim, or drive through floodwaters. Remember, turn around don't drown. For more hurricane tips, go to 12newsnow.com/hurricane.
Sponsored by Entergy.
Welcome back to Daybreak. It's 7:55 right now, and that means it's time for your morning rush out.
Here's everything you need to know as you start your day. $1 million bonds have been set for 2 of the suspects in a Beaumont kidnapping. Police say 35-year-old Amanda Moore was forcefully taken from her hotel room Friday. 37-year-old William Gardner, 43-year-old DeMarcus Brown, and 29-year-old Kendra Petrie are charged with aggravated kidnapping. The bonds have been set for Petrie and Gardner. No word on Brown's bond yet.
And we are working to learn more about a shooting in Beaumont. This one happened early Saturday morning on Concord Road. Now, our crew at the scene said that workers at the End Zone Sports Lounge, they saw a fight across the street in a vacant parking lot. One person was shot and taken to the hospital. Beaumont police say they expect to release more info later today.
A Brownsville man will learn his sentence today after being charged with intoxication manslaughter. 51-year-old Salvador Gomez is accused of causing a deadly crash last year on Highway 69 in Mid-County. His pickup crashed head-on with a Toyota, killing 20-year-old Camille Marty, 25-year-old Lawrence Stacks. CPS says he admitted to drinking 6 beers before the crash.
As we check out our 7-day forecast, showing temperatures in the upper 80s today through Thursday with no rain. Morning lows not too bad though, into the lower 60s and upper 50s. As we head towards your weekend, we'll see a small chance of rain Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Probably the best chance probably be on Sunday, but we'll still see temperatures in the upper 80s with a few showers here and there.
Join me for Tia's Tales this Saturday at the Elmo Willard Library in Beaumont. That's on East Lucas. It'll be from 10 to 11. I'll read some books and we'll do some arts and crafts. Everyone is welcome to come.
All right, thanks for watching Daybreak here on 12 News Plus.
We'll see you back here at 11.
Have a great day.